Hey, and welcome back to another video. All right, last time we left off at the, it's not gonna, there we go. British base goes up in smoke. And now we're on 2 phases of the fighting in Norway. April 1940. We have 2 pictures here. It says, bomb damage in Narvik. Although the southern parts of Norway had been evacuated, fighting continued in the north. The mountainous character of the country with its deep valleys and pine woods and its ragged coastline made Norway difficult for the Germans to overrun. In the north, Narvik became the main focus of war. The pictures above show the top. German transports and supply ships sunk in Narvik harbor, and below, inhabitants driven from their homes by incendiary bombs which fell on the town. You can see all of the German ships that have fallen into the harbor. And we see these houses up, or this house specifically, but there's not many. There's another building back there, but this house specifically going up in flames, and that one is well on its way in flames. This is Canadians mount guard at Buckingham Palace, April 17th, 1940. It says, Dominion troops guard their king. The Canadian forces, whose first contingents and their commander, Major General MacNaughton, had arrived in England in December 1938, received a signal honor 4 months later when they were called upon to take guard over palace duties at the royal palaces. The first to mount guard were Toronto's Scottish, whose band above, this one right here, is seen marching across the parade ground at their camp. Below, French Canadians of the 1st Division are marching up to Buckingham Palace. We see these gallant troops willing to defend their king as their duty is given to them. It says, Canadians Governor General inspects his troops, April 1940. It says, Canadians fight with Britain. By the end of April, Canada had called upon up almost 100,000 men, or 100,000 men. Canadian troops fought side by side with the British in Belgium and in North France. I feel like nowadays we would say Northern France, but North France is not wrong. A 2nd Division was nearly ready to go overseas, and a 3rd Division was training in Canada. The Earl of Athlone, newly appointed Governor General, is shown above, inspecting Canadian infantry in England on the eve of his departure for North America. And below, Canadian troops are seen training with field guns. So here we see the Governor General inspecting his troops, doing, basic military maneuvers and things like that to show what the troops are capable of. And then here we see those troops training with field guns so that they would be more prepared for when they actually got into combat. It says, England's first taste of death from the sky. And it's a 2-pager. There's actually quite a few pictures here, too. April 30th, 1940. It says, No German bomber causes havoc in England. On April 30th, England suffered its first civilian casualties when a German mine-laying bomber was shot down and crashed into the garden of a house at Clacton, Essex. After tearing its way through several houses, it exploded. 2 persons, in addition to the crew of the bomber, were killed and 160 injured. The top photograph conveys some idea of the extent of the damage. The mass of twisted metal on the left is one of the engines of the bomber, while on the right is seen all that was left of the plane itself. So here we see the destruction that the one bomber being brought down did. We see the engine, which looks not like an engine at all, really. It just kind of looks like a mass of metal. And that's the plane. That's all that's left. which you can kind of see the outline of a plane, but it has mostly been obliterated. All right, well, that's going to do it for this video. If you guys liked the video, please leave a like. And if you did, why not leave a subscribe? It always helps. And if you didn't like it, let me know what I did wrong and what maybe I could improve on to make this content better in the future. Thank you.